Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here, getting ready for big old Monday Night Raw. Tomorrow night, it's going to be the 1st of August, kicking off the good old birthday month right up around the corner. I think that this Monday Night Raw, honestly, can build off of what is going down with last week. Of course, this is the start of the new era. I think that Monday Night Raw knocked it out of the park with a really good show. I heard good ratings, I heard good reviews, and then of course this week they're coming right back with the return of Brock Lesnar. I would say that normally he would be coming in hot off of UFC 200, beating Mark Hunt, but of course everything that came out after UFC 200, that he failed the post-fight drug test, UFC knew about it, still let him fight, failed his post-fight failed his post-fight drug test, is not going to get fined, is not going to get suspended. Basically, UFC is looking at Brock Lesnar the same way that WWE looks at Brock Lesnar, that he is a special attraction, he is a big name, and more than likely, Brock isn't going to fight again for a good long little while, so it doesn't really matter if he is suspended, fined, or anything. They want to keep him as happy as can be. Next time that they run into a log jam, they can call Brock up, fill him in with a big fight, still sell some tickets. Of course, everybody knows about what happened to UFC 200 to make it the fiasco that it was. All started with Conor McGregor and his contract negotiations falling apart. From there, it went to Jon Jones getting suspended. From there, it was Brock Lesnar failing his drug test. More than likely, UFC realizing that he failed the drug test in the day of the event, changing the main event. So I think that most people wouldn't be able to call up and call for a refund, saying that UFC 200's main event ended in a no contest due to the fact that the fight was thrown out due to a drug failure, and getting refunds, and UFC finding a way to be able to keep their money. I don't think anybody puts that past there. But now here it is. Brock Lesnar is going to be coming to WWE, even though he failed the drug test. There is going to be no state commission that steps in and says that Brock is not able to fight or wrestle Randy Orton at SummerSlam. WWE basically looks at the failed drug test as if they know about it, but they're not going to do anything about it because basically it didn't happen on their watch, which doesn't make any sense because of the fact that we've seen like Rey Mysterio failed the drug wellness test while he was sitting at home, and he was rehabbing it from an injury. Anytime you fail a drug test on WWE's watch, you're in trouble. But if you're on UFC's watch, no big deal because he's Brock Lesnar. The Brock's going to be coming in, hyping up the match, coming up at SummerSlam. I don't know if this is going to be his only appearance, but he was drafted to Raw. He was not on the draft show. He was not on the After 200 show. He wasn't on the first show, but he's on this show, so we'll have to see what goes down. I don't know if Orton's going to be there. I know that this is sort of looked at as sort of like a Raw versus SmackDown match because Randy Orton was drafted to SmackDown, but maybe Brock just makes an appearance with Paul Heyman, cuts a promo, and maybe we don't see Orton and Brock in the same ring for the, till SummerSlam. But more than likely, I'm thinking that this might be one of the only times we see Brock till SummerSlam. So my guess is that Orton will be in the building. We didn't get the thing that I was hoping was going to happen, which would be some sort of a invasion. We didn't get to see Shane and Daniel Bryan show up with Dean Ambrose in the championship last week on Raw. They basically treated it as, this is Raw, this is SmackDown. That way somewhere down the road when they actually do, I don't know, bragging rights or, a big WrestleMania sort of dream match like Undertaker versus Shawn, Batista versus Umaga, Angle versus Shawn Michaels, something like that, that it really does matter that these guys are on different brands, and this is sort of looked like it's a dream match because it isn't going to happen on a normal Raw or a normal SmackDown or something along the way. But because of the fact that we haven't seen Brock since WrestleMania 32, I don't really know what to expect. I really thought that Brock was going to lose to Dean Ambrose in order to put Ambrose over, to make Ambrose a competitor, to go after Roman Reigns. Now looking at Dean Ambrose, who's been champion for almost about a month now, and he did win the championship by cashing in at Money in the Bank. He kept it all the way until the triple threat, and he was able to win the triple threat, which still surprised a lot of people, that Rollins or Reigns weren't able to become the champion going into the new era. So, I mean, if you're looking back, how much bigger would it have been for Ambrose to win that match instead of just Ambrose and Lesnar having a match that nobody remembers? I mean, Ambrose brought out his weapons. He had the damn chainsaw that he wasn't able to start, and Brock kicked his ass for it. And he had the sledgehammer. He had, what else did he have? He had like 3 weapons. He brought them all out. Wasn't able to do anything with any of them. It is what it is. But Brock on Raw, we'll see.